What? You've got time. Let's do it. That's right. Building.
The dawn's early, lights so bright, at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright star through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts once again. Rockets glue, balls burst, different than love, and my flag lost. So does that, good
All right, so we're setting up for the rematch. Varsity Capitals versus the Casey Jets. The win yesterday. This will be Max Myers, Logston, and Gage Behrens. Behrens gets, after the face-off, shot in their goalie. Catches it after several seconds. Ozzy Osbourne will bark at the moon and will take the face-off in their end. Myers. Behrens on the far side. Behrens loses his edge and the puck. Casey tries skating away. They go cross ice to this near wall. Casey's going to be attacking Jackson Fleming to your left, and we will be scoring goals to your right this period, the first period of the Sunday morning game. A little mix-up between Myers and Logston. Casey comes away with it. Shot sticked away by Fleming up into the net. 16-22. All right, so this faceoff's going to be our end. I swear that's... Christensen took that face-off and it got back in and around. Way fought with it in the far corner, got it back to Christensen. Christensen forward to Nelson. Nelson to Logan, and it's back in behind their net. Logan dueling for it. It comes loose and into this near corner. And again, I'm not running the clock. Oh yeah, I am. Christensen trying to keep it in. Way runs into his own players in traffic, and we shoot it in back in behind the net. It's in this close corner with Christensen trying to take it away. Nelson. Jets forcing it forward against Henley at the blue line. Nelson forces back in. Logan takes a big shot, but the puck goes back in behind their net with Christensen in pursuit. Jets are going to try bringing it up the near wall and skate it center and lose the edge, and then they cross ice back into behind their own blue line with Ben Augustine. Augustine breaks up that pass. Jets retain control and they just fire it in deep, get it fresh legs out there. This is going to be Reed, who we've been seeing a lot more of. Reed forces it forward into the neutral ice, and it's going to go deep in back behind Jackson Fleming. Starting his second game of this weekend set. Gets back to neutral with Reed and West back in behind. They set it up the far wall, and Augustine might have taken that off the ankle and he went right to the bench, but he wasn't very far from it. Stiles is in. Stiles takes the body, but the puck keeps moving. There's a shot, pad save, Fleming. Behrens coming with speed. He gets a turn on his defender. He's got an open 2-on-1. Misses his shot. And the Jets come away with it. Stiles picks off that pass. Unfortunately skates in while he's still got a player on the wrong side of the line. I think he was as surprised as anybody when his efficient play took that puck away. 13:59 here in this first period of the Sunday morning game versus the Varsity. Myers tries taking it. Stiles sends it for Behrens, and it goes astray, and their goalie keeps it in play. Stiles on the near wall with a couple of Jets, and he comes away with it. Taps it center, but the Jets pick it up with Behrens after it. They move it forward, trying to take a corner on Malang and drag it into center. That was a nice centering pass, shot, and I believe it was patted away by Fleming. Fleming sprawled out with Malang on top of him. And that stoppage is going to force a face-off. I'll try and get your skaters for you as we do a change. Looks like Christensen line comes back on. Logan Nelson are his wings. Henley's a defender. I believe Way's your other defender out there. Christensen forces it forward, but Jets retain the blue line. Shot wide, and I believe that Fleming may have got a little piece of that to keep it moving, but it wasn't into the goal mouth. Forcing it up the near wall. Jets player forces it back in behind. And Way tries keeping it going around the far wall. Logan sends it forward for Nelson. And those long strides trying to keep up with the Jet going into the corner. Logan to Nelson in front. Nelson can't quite wrap it. Gets it just past the goalpost. Henley out at the corner. Shoots it into a body. Henley out at the face-off circle. Says it doesn't get too far. It's up the far wall for Wenzel, and he gets pinned to the board by two Jets. It comes loose. Henley's got another shot, and it's into another Jet. I heard the hit on the pad from up here. The Jets send it forward, and they're going to do some changing as that's icing. 12:15 left in here in the first. Had a couple of shots, but the Jets' body's taking the majority of that beating rather than the back of the net. Still 0-0. Face off. Junta, he's out there with Augustine and Wenzel. Wenzel's net front, but the Jets are able to pop fly it down to our end with Stiles. Stiles tries to turn it up for Wenzel, and it's neutral ice. Ben Augustine's going to pick it up. He gets its stick taken away. Malang skates through and takes the puck, pushes the body. And Wenzel tries wrapping it around. There's a shot and pinned down by their goalie. He was looking for a rebound, but he had it underneath him. So I'm glad that sometimes these players are just confused. This is going to be Junta taking a face-off. It's out to the blue line. Stiles across from Malang. Their goalie stops it, and it's sent long, and it's going to be icing. So this faceoff is going to be Myers. He's out there with Longston and Gage Behrens. Myers pushes it through and into the corner. He's dueling it with some Jets. It gets up the wall. Reed takes a shot from the blue line. It's into the forest of bodies. It's up the near wall. Behrens, Logsden. Logsden looks for a shot. Their goalie's able to see through a screen and makes a great save. And we're going to jump around. Face-off is going to be Myers, near side their end. He pushes it forward into the wall where he goes down under a body. This is going to be Logsden picks it up. He's looking, trying to get it center for Behrens. Behrens a point-blank tap, and their goalie's able to save it. And they get it loose, and Reed's going to chase it down to our end and turn it around. 11 minutes left in this first. Logsden gets pushed off the puck. It comes loose to their end. And they try turning it around and bringing it up the near wall. It gets past Reed, and West is in pursuit with a Jet in pursuit of him. West taps the brakes and he flies right by, the little Top Gun style. And Reed picks it up. The Jets are applying pressure. They've got three to our two defenders in our end, but that frees up Myers at the other end for Logsden. Logsden shoots Logsden to Behrens' shot. That went into a body. Logsden sets up. He's trying to skate through, and the Jets are able to pull it away. But that was some serious pressure they put on our end, and then we put it right back on him. Nelson comes up the near wall. He shoots, glove down by their goalie. Nice save. And we're jumping around again. Christensen takes the face off. It slowly drifts towards the goalie, and he stops it with 10 minutes and 1 second left. Christensen's going to reset for this face-off. It comes loose. And it's up the near wall. Nelson tries keeping it in play. Christensen gets pushed off the puck. Luke Behrens at the blue line. Christensen dueling for it. Casey tap it up the near wall, and I think they lost control of it, and Way is going to pick it up and skate it in back behind the goal. And a big hit on Way in the corner gives the puck back to the Jets. There's a pop fly that Nelson saves by getting out of the way of trouble. Right in front of the doorstep. Logan tries to tap it forward to Nelson. It's in their end, but they send it out to neutral ice. It's going to be Brett Augustine sending it in long and played by their goalie. Christensen trying to fight for it. Henley gets it going the correct direction, but the Jets control. Wenzel sends it forward. Ben Augustine, Wenzel kicks it into their end. They've got it free and clear. They pop fly it, and it was gloved down by us, but sticked away by them. And we send it back behind their net for an icing. 8:41 left. 0-0 in the first period of the varsity rematch. Jackson Fleming in goal. And this faceoff's going to come down to our end. I see Malang out there. Myers, so I'm assuming that's going to be Stiles on defense, and Gage Behrens is the other wing. Jets get one through the goal mouth. They can't control. Myers going to pick it up with speed. He taps it to Behrens at point-blank range, and their goalie's able to snowboard it out, just kind of shoveling snow at it with his stick, but it's a save. Jets send it, and it goes back to Behrens, who fires it right back, and it's stopped by the goalie. He drops it in front of him, and one of his defenders comes down with him to make sure that puck doesn't go anywhere. So this face-off is going to be their end, far side. Myers, Supermax, Logsden's out there. They're going to send it long, and that's going to be icing. 8:05 left. So we're going to reset this face-off. Their end, far side. Max Myers. Ends up in the corner. Logsden puts it back for Myers. Myers tries to send it back to Logsden. There's a Jet in the way. It's against the back wall. With Behrens coming in to try and take it away. They send it up neutral ice. Luke Henley is going to be skating away with it. With his stick, his shin guard's getting repeatedly smacked by a Jet stick, trying to convince him to give back the puck that he took away. Logsden leaves it back for Henley, who shoots, and it's into a body. Here comes a Jet far side coming in with speed, and Henley's good stick where it kept that from being a shot, and it went wide. Logsden skates into neutral ice, waiting. He sends it long, and it's padded away by their goaltender. Myers tries in the corner and gets taken down. Gets a little snowy. They try and clear, and Nelson stops it, turns it back in for Myers, who's in this close corner. He's going to send it to the far corner where Logan's going to pick it up, and he gets put into the wall. They try reversing it back around again, and don't take care of their puck, and Reed takes it away from him on the near wall. He sends it out. Christensen to Logan, sent in and gloved down by their goalie. And we are not hungry like the wolf. This faceoff is going to be Christensen with Nelson and Logan as his wings. It's out to our blue line where William Reed's going to send it back in. They're going to send it long. Reed's going to be tracking it down with a jet, trying to change his mind. Christensen tries skating it out. He's going to send it forward for Nelson. Nelson's going to tap it in, and their goaltender's going to play it for one of his defenders. They're in the near corner, coming up his near wall, trying to get something going, and he can't get through Stiles, but the puck gets loose. Malang sends it into the far corner for Christensen, who dumps it back for Stiles. He's going to chip shot it out into neutral ice. Jump ball, no one can get to it. Christensen breaks up a Jet pass, but the Jets are able to skate away, and now he's got Ben Augustine all over him. The Jets had to work just to get that out of their own end. They try taking it up the wall, and Stiles takes the body, and the puck comes free. But now they're forcing it forward, and we're forcing it right back. Malang skates it out over the blue line, sends it to their goalie, who sticks it away for Stiles up against the far wall. He sends it out to the blue line for Augustine. Augustine's shot goes into a body. Junta's shot goes high and wide. Junta gets it back, shoot, wide. Augustine. Luke Barrett shoots it in. It's off a couple of bodies. Ben Augustine. Wenzel tries working around the back, and he goes down under the back of a Jet. Junta's got it in the corner. Wenzel tries clearing it up to the blue line for Luke Barrett, and it's deflected a couple of ways and goes wide. Way takes a shot from way out, and it's gloved down by a Jet. And he's going to try and get a corner on Behrens. And he is able to, but it's sticked away by Jackson. So Behrens was able to slow them up, that he had to take a shot he didn't want, and our goalie stood tall and took away that possibility. Behrens in the corner. He's getting hounded. He sends it over to Way. Both teams putting a lot of pressure deep in the other team's zone. This goes out to Ben Augustine, who's going to dump it deep, and we're going to line change for the Myers-Behrens Logsdon line. Henley's out there. I see Logsdon trying to get it into neutral ice. Behrens tries stepping between two Jets, and he's able to. Gets a shot, it's high. Logsdon chases into the corner. The Jets are forcing it back behind their goal with Behrens in pursuit. Augustine stops it going from wrapping around the boards, but the Jets are able to chip it up and deep into our end, where Henley's going to take it. He's going to fire it long for Logsdon, who's waiting for him at center ice. He's going to try and move it forward for Myers, who gets pinned to the wall and the puck taken away. Henley intercepts a pass. He's going to turn it, skate it in. He's across the blue line. He looks cross ice and just misses his puck. Myers gets his puck taken away. This is Augustine interrupts a pass, a set play that KC was trying to do. Full pass forward for Myers, ends up with their goalie, and he plays it, sticks it away. And the Jets have it up on the near wall. They try sending it forward. It's picked off by Nelson, who has a shot into the goalie. So in that long series, as David Bowie would say, let's dance. But no one's fighting, so good. Some good, clean hockey with a lot of pressure at both ends. This is going to wear these teams out. Christensen takes this face-off in their end. It goes out to the blue line where Stiles stops the body so that Logan can get to the puck. I'm going to say that was Malang sending it into our zone, and they turn it around. Malang across to Stiles. Stiles shot sticked away by their goaltender. Nelson in pursuit, goes to the far side from off the referee and boards and Logan. Christensen tries to play it center ice. Stiles ends up with it, and Nelson sweeps it in. Christensen tries going cross ice. but broken up by the Jets. Stiles tries sending it in. Nelson ends up sweeping it back in and around there behind their net to the far boards, where Logan is going to be chasing after it. Stiles stops it with his hand to settle it down and sends it forward back in behind their net. We're going to do a everybody but Christensen change. Gage Behrens comes down. Jets players trying to keep track of it. Behrens hot after him. Logsden's in there. Puck goes to Logsden back at our end. He pushes the player off of him rather than getting pushed off the puck. Myers tries to skate at the far wall, but he gets pushed off the puck. This is going to be Henley. Henley tries getting it to Behrens, but is turned around by the Jets. And they're trying to get Speeder on the far side. We're under a minute here in this first period. This is Myers tries skating it through. Way tries skating it through. Behrens brings it in. Behrens with a shot right up the middle. Stopped by their goalie. Their goalie stood tall on a couple of very high-risk shots. And some that were just right at him, but with a whole lot of speed. His team has also taken a lot of shots off their body. This will be a black and blue Monday. Face-off from Myers. Logsden takes it center. The Jets turn it around. Can't keep up the speed. We send it, flip it back in deep back behind their goal. And they're going to try and reset. It's up the far boards where Malang is going to take it away and cross it. The ref's got his hand. Nope. We're at 24 seconds. That's going to be Logsden fighting for it. Just about got it in front of Jackson Fleming's goal. And we were able to turn it around. They take it back to their end. Under 10 seconds. And it's loose. Stiles going to pick it up. I think he's just going to hold on to it while the time expires here in this first period. So we will take a break for an ice cut. Still 0-0 after a first period. A flurry of shots and pressure. All right, ice has been resurfaced. Refs are out, teams are out, huddles are breaking up, and we're about to start the second period. Still tied 0-0. Whole lot of pressure put on by both teams and some real good goaltending by both teams. Jackson Fleming is going to be defending the goal to your right, and we're going to be scoring goals in the goal to your left here in this second period. This faceoff is going to be Myers with Gage, Behrens, and Logsdon. Myers forces it through, bound into their end. Their defense is moving it back and forth. Behrens takes away. Jets take it right back, and they send it deep into our corner, where Stiles is going to put it up to the blue line for Logsdon, who's going to keep sending it deep into theirs. So this face-off is going to come back to our end, far side, where Myers is going to take it. He forces it forward. Logsdon can't control. Shot sticked away by Gage Behrens. Logsdon takes it across the blue line. Leaves it back for Myers. Shot pad save goaltender. Malang is being left alone back in the deep. We send it out to the blue line, and it goes Stiles, Behrens, but his shot goes high. Myers picks it up, sends it back to the blue line for Stiles, but he can't keep on, and he sends it back into the neutral zone. Stiles, Myers, Malang, back to Stiles and forward for Behrens, who sends it deep, and he's going to change when Myers duels for it behind their goal. Logan comes in, Nelson on the far wall. Malang knocks the puck away, and he's dueling hard with several Jets, and it's going to get turned around by Nelson. Nelson to Logan. Nelson swaps sides. There's a shot, but it's broken up by a Jet. Goes back in behind the net for Logan. Up the wall, that's going to be Mr. Henley, who keeps it in. The Jets try turning around. Way skating in, looking for an open player. He takes it back to the blue line, and it goes back into neutral ice. Henley's going to take it on the far side, lays it back for Way. Way, Christensen, Nelson. Nelson's shot's wide left. And the Jets are going to try and take it back. They get stopped, and so they try and reverse it back around the other side, where Behrens is going to tie up with a couple. Out at the blue line for Henley. Shot stop by their goaltender. Catches it in the breadbasket. Some cake. We're getting more obscure. I do like this. Don't like the song, but I like the obscurity. Face off Myers. He's out there with Logsdon and Behrens. He's got West and Malang as his blue liners. They try bringing it forward. Behrens shot wide. Myers tries backhand it back out front. The Jets tap it up the wall and through, and West picks it up in our end where he's going to control. He sends it forward for a Myers who was pretty open, but he couldn't get to where he wanted it to be. He tries laying it back for someone of net front, nobody home. The Jets bring it up the near wall, and it's into the corner where West is going to fight for it. The Jets are able to get it out centered, but nobody for either side was there, and it went past Logston and out into neutral ice. West collects it here in our end. Myers taps it forward to a Jet. Jets take it behind their blue line. They're looking for something. They send it up near wall. Goes in back behind Jackson Fleming's goal. Nelson takes it off a Jet stick. Moved forward, and the Jets take it back, but retreat behind their own blue line. Christensen takes it, sends it for William Reed. He breaks up a shot. The Jets skating it around, trying to lay it center. And Fleming did not like the look of that puck sitting in front of him, so he put a glove on it. So this faceoff is going to be our end, far side. Christensen takes it to Stiles. Malang on the near wall. He tries turning around, gets past the referee, lays it back up the wall for Logan, but the Jets take it. They try and get a shot off, but we're defended it well. Malang pushes the body off the puck. Christensen takes the body, and the puck comes free for Malang. He sends it up the wall and in. And that is Nelson with 2 point blanks into the pads of the goalie. Couldn't get either one to get past him. Good play. Stiles out the blue line. Shot goes wide. Logan's going to catch it on the far wall, but it's going to get out into neutral ice for Malang. Malang tries moving it the correct direction, but the Jets get it going. They skate free. Shot backhand wide. Here comes Christensen, puts on the stick of Malang across ice. And Malang goes down hard. Jets trying to bring it up the near wall. They put it out center. They've got a gentleman coming with speed up this near side. And he tries dragging it past Fleming, who pad saves it. And Junta gets hit hard as he gets it up to Malang. Malang fires, and it's off, blocked away by their goalie. Jets turning it around. Shot blocked away by Fleming's blocker. This is going to be Henley in pursuit, dueling for as it goes around back and behind their blue. That was Wenzel. And at 11:20, didn't catch the whistle, but saw a Jet player go down hard, and they're going to put Luke Wenzel in. So we're going to be on the penalty kill. 11:20 in the second, 0-0. We're going to be on the penalty kill for 2 minutes while Wenzel sits. Looks like the starting penalty kill unit is going to be Gage, Behrens, Myers, Way, and Henley. Myers. Face-off goes to the Jets. They take it to their blue line. They're working up the far side. We'll leave it for another player. Back to the blue line. He goes to the middle. Shot. Fleming. Pad save. They take it back to their blue line. Another shot. Glove save. Fleming. So this face-off, our end. Jets come away with it, out working it out their blue line. Try to get to the corner. Shot bodied away by one of our players before it can reach Fleming. They take it back to the blue line. Into the corner. Back out to the three players on the blue line. Shot wide. Might have been deflected. And they try sending it back to the other corner where Henley is going to body and Myers is going to puck. Myers off the glass and up looking for Behrens, but the Jets turn it around and send it back in where Henley's going to get it on the far wall. He avoids a big hit, can't get loose. Jets try and center, but Way was well defending that player. They're trying to get it out, get it back into our end. Henley's going to chase it in behind our net. Jet beats him to it, but it goes up the far wall, the blue line. Shot wide. The Jets have been putting 3 on the blue line. Now Behrens is trying to kick it up as he lost his stick. Jets come in. Shot. Blockered away, Fleming. And we're going to just send it long. There's 20 seconds left of this penalty kill. And on 10 seconds left before Wenzel is free from the box. They're going to hit it long, and that's going to be icing. Wenzel has 6 seconds left on the penalty by the clock. The faceoff's going to be their end, so great penalty kill. Faceoff was Nelson. Ooh, that's different. And their goalie gloves it down. And we've got 1 second left. And we're at even strength. Malang, their end. Except up the near wall for Logan. He gets tied up. Nelson, Malang, and Logan. The Jets come free, and they're trying to bring it with speed. That is sticked away by Jackson Fleming. It's up against the near wall. Christensen fighting for it. Logan raking in there. Way makes his piece. It gets loose. Centering pass. Stiles picks it off and feeds it to Logan. He's going to skate it back the other way. He leaves it back for Stiles. Stiles' shot goes into the glove of the goaltender. We're at 8:35 of the second. Still 0-0. This faceoff's going to be their end. Looks like far side, and I'll get you who's going to be out there. Junt is out there. Wenzel. Henley. Ben Augustine. Way is the other blue liner. Faceoff goes their way, but we turn it back in around, and they're going to skate it in behind their... Try and send it up the far wall. Ben Augustine's going to get it, but there is a Jet and hot pursuit. Way tries slipping it past to Wenzel. They try bringing it back in, and Way breaks that up. There was some jumping about against the far glass, and the referee is discussing it with both a Capital and a Jet. Breaking the law, normally reserved for a penalty. Face off our end, trying to get it clear. Shot blockered away by Fleming. Wenzel fighting for it against a couple of Jets in the corner. Jet player rings it up the near side. Shot off the shin guards. Augustine had to smart, but great smart play. Keeping his goalie out of trouble. Wenzel gets it across the blue line. Not sure the refs caught that, but the Jets checked up. Way tries bringing it forward. He leaves it for Junta, who sends it back in behind for Henley, who gets it taken away by a Jet. They get it back out to the blue line. Shot into Ben Augustine. He's going to get... Wenzel's going to feed it to him, and they're going to keep trying to force it forward. And it's going to go deep into their zone, but they're going to have control. That one's sent long and nobody has control. Fleming plays it for Henley. He leaves it back for Zach West. Jets try turning it around. West is going to follow it into the corner. No one after him, so he's going to take his time. Myers' line is out there. West coming across the middle, cross ice for Henley. He gets taken hard in the boards. The puck comes loose and it goes to neutral ice. He's going to turn around and send it back. This is going to be the Myers line. Myers, Logsdon, Behrens. This puck comes wraps all the way around. For Reed, it goes forward. Logsdon fighting for it. Behrens fighting for it. Behrens tries kicking it. And we're getting a penalty on the Jets. There's your appropriate break in the law. So we're going to be on the power play with 6 minutes, 9 seconds in the second period. Junta comes in for the faceoff. He's got Christensen, Malang. Zach West is out there. Malang blue line over to West. Back to Malang. Malang shoots. It's into the mess. And it gets cleared out of the far wall. Where West is going to give it back to Malang. Malang shot, save. And it's up to the back out to the far wall again. West goes center to Malang. Malang shot wide. And it cycles back around to West. Seen this rinse and repeat a couple of times now. West straight out from the goalie. Puts it to Malang. Malang comes in. It's a shot. Not sure what it hit on the way to the goalie, but it came back around to Malang. West comes in for a different shot. And that was that. West shoots one from the far face-off circle. And that gets us on the board. That's what a power play does. Gives us time to cycle it around. So I'm told by my friends who understand hockey. So at 5:25, the puck drops to the Myers line, and we are ahead 1-0 in the second period. Puck goes into the corner with Augustine. Myers tries taking up the wall. Jets try reversing it. There's a shot right into Fleming, and he holds onto it. So this faceoff's going to be our end. Myers, Brett Augustine. I believe that's going to be Behrens, Logsdon, Henley. It goes back in for Henley, but the Jets are going to control it. They're going to leave it for someone that's not there, and Myers is going to take it. He's going to chip it out to neutral ice, but the Jets are going to have to turn it around. Henley picks it up. He sends it up the near boards. The Jets try and turn it back around. They're going to skate it in. They tried centering it for somebody, and Henley happened to pick that straight pass up, so thank you very much. Myers sent it across the blue line, and the Jets had to check up. They send it into the far corner and back in behind the net, where Augustine's going to continue it on its journey with Wenzel. It gets stopped in the near boards and put in the corner. Jets Henley pushes the body off the puck, and the puck comes loose in the far corner. Jets try collecting it, where Myers takes it away. Jets send it in back into the near corner. Augustine sees Myers cross ice, who picks it up, and he's going to move up the near wall. He's going to hit his belly, draping a Jet, and we're going to try and turn it around but have to abandon it before offsides is called. So that was Luke Henley pushing a body off the puck so that we could get it. Cycles back around to Christensen. Christensen tries centers for Nelson, and they bring it up the far side with speed. Tried a little shuffle. Fleming wasn't fooled and sticked it away. Try getting it center for Nelson. Fleming gets tired of the tomfoolery and comes out to play it himself. Jets working around. Shot wide. He must have hit a couple of bodies on the way through because Fleming had his glove high. Nelson puts it on the stick of Christensen, who's going to come up this near wall fast. Looking for help from Nelson. Nelson shoots, and one of their players takes it off the body. I believe that's going to be a Barons back in behind the net. We get pushed off. That's Big Barons. Luke Barons back in behind their net, pushing things around. Wenzel tries to keep it in. And I'm not sure what that stoppage was. All right. 2:36 left here in the second. We are up 1-0. Face-off is going to be neutral ice, shaded their way far side, and that's going to be Wenzel. Wenzel pushes it forward into their zone. Nope, Agent Junta, my mistake. I apologize, Mr. Junta. After a scrum, it comes loose. Ben Augustine tries forcing it. Malang sends it in, but we have to check up. Jets player tries chipping it to a Jets player up this near wall, and Stiles is going to be chasing it down back behind our net. Leaves it for Malang. Malang gets bodied, but Junta's there to recover it for Stiles. Stiles chip shot to center ice with Ben Augustine in pursuit, but they're able to get it around. Stiles picks it up, skates in behind our net. 2 Jets. He lays it back for Malang. Malang tries getting it around the boards, but slowed up by the Jets, who are really working the pressure. And now we're working the pressure back on them with Ben Augustine chasing the puck carrier back behind their net. Now Wenzel chases him. Stiles picks up a loose puck in their end, tries to center for Augustine, can't quite reach him. And they're going to put it up the glass. West is going to pick it up in our end. He turns it around for Stiles. Stiles crosses the blue line. He's going to shoot, and their goaltender's going to knock it down and pin it. Minute 13 left in the second. We're on the board. Christensen face-off, their end. Logan on the near wall. Tries to work it into the corner. It's back loose behind their net. Jets pick it up and try sending it long. Where Nelson's going to turn around. His shot hits a couple of bodies. Christensen fighting for it in the far corner. Nelson fighting for it in the far corner. He sends it back up the wall. Blue line from Malang. A Jet player sends it into neutral ice where they try and pounce on it, but they can't get to it quick enough to make anything happen. A Jet player got loose but didn't have the puck on his stick so it would have been a good shot, but was not on the stick to be launched. Jet players coming in. West. Oh, we've got a delayed penalty, and they were pulling their goalie. Play stops at 18 seconds on the clock. So we must be sending Nelson. So the Jets will get 18 seconds of power play in this one and then pick up with a balance in period 3 after the break. Jets trying to work it around the far wall. Back to the blue line. Shot patted away by Fleming. Sticked away by Fleming. Long chip shot by Henley goes to their goaltender. And we're going to run out of time. Sarah. So it's not just critical of the hockey game, it's the whole life. Oh. Where's he been? Oh. So we're setting up for the third period. We're going to be on the penalty kill for another minute 42. Hot drop goes in back behind ours. I apologize, trying to get my stuff going. Myers, Malang, Barons, and Stiles out there on the penalty kill unit. And the ref stopped play. Let's see what this is about. 16:37. All right, so this faceoff is going to be neutral ice. Shade of them, Myers wins that. He gives it to Stiles, who sends it long, deep in behind their goal. Keep eating that time up on this penalty kill. Jets try bringing up the far wall. And they wrap it in real hard and long and around. And Styles sends it on its journey back. And it hits something in the ice and changes direction drastically. That's not a good sign. But Jets try and turn the corner us, and they take it back in behind the goal. And we're under 16 minutes here in this. So we got the first minute of play down in the third. We're up 1-0, fighting for it in our end. We're going to be defending the end on your left. Jackson Fleming in net. Shot. Styles uses his body to send that the wrong way. And Myers picks up the free puck. And he's going to skate it back in behind our net. Just rocket it long and deep into their end. And we're going to be under 10 seconds of this penalty kill. And I believe the Jets are just going to let it expire because Nelson is back on the ice. Our end, Way looking for Nelson. Nelson takes it forward, taps it in, and that's going to be Christensen going after it on the far side behind the net, far corner. Far wall out to the blue line for Way. Way shot into a body. Logan fighting for it against the far boards. Nelson meets the puck coming around the other way and tries shoveling it forward for Henley. Logan pursued behind the net. Far wall. It crosses out into neutral ice. The Jets are going to reset. They're looking for somebody loose here on this near wall. Christensen's going to play it back. Loses it. Henley tries to pass it forward. Got his stick slowed down and the pass didn't go. So we're trying to figure out where it's. That's Christensen trying to tip it forward for Nelson, who's going to follow it back to the far wall. The Jets are going to try and take it up the far wall. High on the glass. Malang in. Or Malang. I apologize for the pronunciations. Styles steps in the way of a pass and breaks that up. Myers picks up the loose puck. It comes off his stick. And the Jets get a free shot. And make it count. So at 13:46, and of course the Go-Go's are playing, because of course the Go-Go's would be playing. We're tied up 1-1, 13:46 here in the third of the varsity rematch. Christensen with the face-off center ice. He taps it forward, controls it, puts it back into our end. Reed skates it forward, shoots it in, back in behind their net. Christensen in pursuit. Nelson tries taking it away. Jets try sending it up the far wall, and we get it turned around where Nelson's going to pick it up. He shoots, blocked it away by their goalie. Challenge for it. Jets try racing it around the far wall, and they get it to go long where Reed is going to get in the way of a charging Jet. We're at 13 minutes. Reed has it back in our end. Tries sending it. Logan tries getting rid of it, and the Jets are still skating it. And that's a shot. I heard the first one hit pad, and I don't know how the second one got around Jackson Fleming. But they put it in the net. Two quick ones. Unfortunate ones for the Jets. And we're at 12:50. All of a sudden, we're looking at this the wrong way. This faceoff is going to be Junta with Nelson or Logsdon and Barons. Way comes away with the faceoff. Logsdon chases it against the back wall. Junta to Henley. Henley shot, glove down by their goaltender. Why is the clock still running? I have it 12:33. They've got it 12:27. Face-off is going to be their end. This is going to be Logsdon taking this face-off. They're going to roll it around to the far side where we're going to try and Wade gloves it down. The Jets are going to come away with it. Take it out of neutral ice where Logsdon tries getting in the way. They get a cross pass. Fleming sticks one away. Logsdon picks up the stray puck and goes into their end. He's looking for someone to get rid of it to. And Logsdon shoots and scores from the far face-off circle. How he picked that, I don't know, but that puts us back in. Logsdon with a shot. Seeing eye shot, gets past their very, very good goalie. Puts us back to tied at 2-2. Some form of circus music going. And Christensen. Christensen face-off, forces it forward. And it goes in the Jets' end with Nelson coming after it. Jets send it deep. We're under 12 minutes to go. Tied 2-2 on that long snipe by Logsdon. Doing business as usual. This is back in behind in the near corner for Stiles, who sends it out center. Logan's going to chase that Jets player. Almost loses it. Malang ends up with it, but his tap goes right into a Jets player. The Jets are raking pretty good. Myers' shots blocked away, but still in play. Nelson in the corner. That was not indeed. A little Rage Against the Machine sleep now in the fire, so hope there's no capitalists listening. This is going to be the Myers, Logsdon, Barron's line taking this face-off. Myers on the face-off. Puck's down against the wall. Logsdon said Barons, who shoots, and their goalie stops it. Stick lift. Myers loses it, and he vents his frustration. And it's in the deep corner, anybody's puck because the two are tangled. Good heads up, gets us the puck back. That was going to be Henley on that play with a good heads up. Logsdon has to tap it forward and out from Henley. Henley's tied up against the wall, tied to the floor. Myers is going to pick it up back behind our goal. We're at 10:20. Big hit, pushes a Jet player off the puck after he gloved it down, and it's going to be icing. .10-11 left. Tied back up. 2-2. The faceoff's going to be our end, near side. That was going to be Christensen on that face-off. Zach West sends it on around. This is going to be Nelson and Christensen trying to keep it together. Logan with a long shot right into the glove of their goaltender. Face-off, their end. It's going to be Christensen. He's got Nelson and Logan out there. Christensen pulls it away. And he's trapped by a couple of Jets. And they take that puck. Christensen tries putting it back for Nelson. Nelson tries to force it on around. And the Jets skate away with it. But it is read well by Zach West, who almost broke up a play. That's going to be a loose puck. Fleming comes out to play it in the face of an attacker and gets it away from him. This is Logan doing some fancy stick work, but his shot goes high and left. Christensen gets the rebound and sends it back to Logan behind the net. Christensen comes in for a big hit. Logan. Puck's going to be icing. That was an interesting series. Puck got popped free, and one of the speedsters for the Jets was heading straight for open fields. Fleming came out, challenged him, sticked it away, and we almost turned it around on him. Headed back the other way. At 9 minutes, Myers takes this face-off in their end. Behrens goes against the wall to try and control it. There's a lot of slapping going on. And the Jets are going to try and steer it clear. Myers is going to pick it up. Played over for Stiles. Stiles sends it back in behind their goalie, who tries to play it and misses. Logsdon in pursuit. Behrens runs into him. From his knees, a Jet sends it forward, but Malang collects it. Stiles has it. Stiles skates through, faked the pass, and his player bit. Myers has it center ice. We're going to get back on side. Myers tries turning the corner and gets dragged. Big hit, and a big hit from behind, and the ref's got his hand up. So I'm not sure who the delayed penalty is going to be on. Fleming's coming off the ice. So at 8-0-1, the Jets are sending one to the box. And we'll be on the power play. 8 minutes, 1 second left. We'll have 2 minutes of power play. We're sending out Junta Logan. I see West Malang out on the blue line. And it looks like Christensen. So a different look for this. Faceoff comes away to Christensen. Christensen to Malang. Malang shoots. Tries to get it turned for Behrens. Behrens trying to get the goalie to come to him. Can't quite West out the blue line, where he's been a deadly. Tries putting it on the stick of Christensen, who can't control it, but he keeps puck back out to West at the blue line. I think we got hit with was it an offside? So after an offsides call that the ref loudly announced, so the faceoff comes to us. Malang cycles it around. It comes loose and out into neutral ice. So a minute 22 left on this power play. Christensen gets bodied. And they tried taking his puck away, but it's going to come back to our end. Malang. West. Back to Malang. He's got Junta with him, and they're getting challenged hard. They send it over. Minute left of this power play. I believe that's going to be Logsdon, who tries using West as a screen. Malang chips it over to the far side for Logan. He's going to skate out top. Malang, long shot, couple of tips, but it goes wide. Logsdon gets it behind their goal, sends it around the far side. Shot off a couple of skates and doesn't go where we planned. And the Jets are going to clear with 30 seconds left of this power play. Fleming leaves it back for Zach West. He's going to send it forward for Logsdon. Nelson. Logsdon sends it in deep and around, and it hits the Zamboni door and changes direction. Not a good look for the Bucks or the Caps arena with the strange direction of ice change and now the Zamboni door. And the Jets are able to fight off that power play. And with 5:56 left, we're back at even strength and even score, 2-2. Face-off on the Fleming stop is going to have it's going to be an our end. Ways out there. Henley. Looks like Logan, Junta, Christensen. We take it and bring it around. Junta goes across for Logan. Sends it blue line. Leaves it for a racing Christensen. There's some swift skating and stick work to the blue line for Henley, who tries giving it back, but the Jets are able to clear. And Junta picks it back up after a big hit on a Jet player. Christensen. We're moving with a little more urgency, but there's a big hit on Henley. Laying it back for Way. Way comes forward for Logan, who's going to send it into their zone, and we're going to do some change. Henley intercepts a pass, but because we're mid-change, just slowed it up. Stiles at our blue line. Forward for Henley. Henley skates it in. He tries centering it for Logsdon or Stiles, but can't get to it. They get to a streaking Jets player, and Fleming gloves it down. .448 left here in the third, tied 2-2. Faceoff's going to be our end, and I believe that's going to be Myers. Stiles picks it up and skates behind our net, leaves it back for Malang. Malang sends it forward for Logsdon, who's going to skate up ice. He's looking for his shot, and we got caught. Myers offsides. For 35. Faceoff's going to be neutral ice. Shaded to them near side. Myers on it. Whoop. 2 for flinching. Myers. Stiles gets it. Shot. Their goalie plays it for his defense. And there's up and into the stands. Second one up and into the stands. There's a lucky fan, as Harry Carey used to say, which is a quote I use far too often, but I still think it's funny. So we're going to reset this. Myers, Logsdon, Barons. It's out the Jets working it forward. Stiles turns it around and sends it back in. Jets try changing sides, and they find an open player in the middle. He's going to try and come against Stiles, but Stiles stops that puck with his skates. Myers picks it up, tries going up ice for Stiles. Myers, Stiles. They're leaving Stiles, normally a defender out there, trying to get something sneaky, I believe, but I am not as hockey-wise as many. Stiles centers it for Malang, but he can't connect. Myers on the far side. Up top for Barons. Barons shoots it into the body of a KC player. That is going to sting, and he's still hunched over, but still skating. Stiles just dodges a big hit and keeps the puck for Malang. Malang leaves it back for Barons. Barons tries skating in, tries centering for Miles, but can't get to it. Myers, but can't get to him. Top for Nelson. Nelson shoots at another KC player, using their body to protect their team. We're at 3:09 left in the third. Jets 2, your Des Moines Capitals 2 in the battle of the top 2 teams in Midwest hockey. So this is going to be Christensen taking this face off. He wins it to Junta, to Augustine. Nelson near wall. He sends it out to the blue line for West, and it gets taken away. Augustine takes the body, and the puck comes free. West getting challenged back on our own back wall. Nelson tries sending it forward. Shot sticked away by Fleming. It's back in behind the net for the Jets, where they're trying to just pepper Fleming, and I believe that was Junta using his body to protect Fleming, and we're able to clear it. That's going to be Zach West getting control of that and turning it around. We're going to do some changing. Almost get caught in a change, but Christensen too fast. He sends it up for Zach West. West to Behrens. Behrens shot just wide. Logsden on the far wall. Logsden comes free. His shot goes wide. Myers sends it up top to Logsden. Getting challenged on the blue line. Shot goes deep into our end, and we're under 2 minutes. And that's going to be icing. .147 left, tied 2-2. In the battle of the top two teams in Midwest hockey. That's Myers leaving the ice. I'm not sure what just happened. So Junta took that face-off. The Jets trying to skate through. Way isn't going to allow that to happen. Henley, Reed. Logsden sets it center for Behrens. Tries taking it high. Jets try clearing, and they're up the glass, where it's turned around by Henley and out deep in the corner. We've got it back in behind their net, and it's scraping for it. Big hit, and tempers are starting to flare. That was Junta who was on the receiving end of that. Six has been one of their JV threats. So we're going to get some power play out of this. With 1:06 left. So Myers left, and I did not catch, was too busy trying to think of myself as funny to pay attention to the game like my job is. This is going to be a Christensen face-off with Logan and trying to pick up who the other wing is. Out on the blue line is going to be West and Malang. 1 minute left, regulation. Malang up top. Shot just goes wide. Behrens tries getting it. And the Jets send it long, where Fleming is going to play it and leave it. He gets it forward for Behrens, who's loose. And their goalie's able to stop him. Behrens is not happy he couldn't get past their very, very good goalie. And we're at 37 seconds. We'll finish regulation in the power play. This faceoff is going to be Logsden in their end. Working around. We're on the power play. It goes to the far wall. And Jets player gets sprung loose. And Stiles bodies him away, and Fleming does the rest of the work of getting that puck free. Stiles picks it up. We're at 15 seconds. Long cross ice, And a big hit on Junta again. And we're under 10 seconds. Comes forward for Myers, who I thought had left, but just is now skating a shift. I didn't know if it's an equipment thing. So that's the end of regulation. Regulation ends 2-2. There are still 54 seconds left of power play for us. Which, if this does go to 4-on-3, is a tremendous advantage in the overtime. Both goalies have been amazing, and Fleming very daring as usual, and it's paid off with him getting out of trouble. The Jets goalie a little more conservative and a little more being helped out greatly by his defense's bodies. They are going to be Dalmatians after this black and blue. So I'm not sure. How do we go to overtime? So I could put 5 minutes back on this third period. So our scoreboard's going to show that it's still the third period, but it is not. This is overtime. What? And it now says overtime 1. So the Jets are going to have 3 skaters, and we're going to have 4 for 54 seconds. Face off. Goes back to Stiles. Stiles to Myers. We're back behind our blue line. Stiles up the center. He skates it into their zone. Up the wall for Logsdon, who's out top. Myers looking for his shot. He's across to Stiles. Stiles shots, blocker save. Back to Stiles. Stiles to Myers up on the blue line. Myers is going to skate in. He's across to Logsdon, who doesn't have a chance to settle it. Shot, pad save. Stiles in close for Behrens. Behrens put it away. So that's what 4-on-3 does in overtime. And Behrens gets the shot he wants. Perfectly tape to tape. Gage Behrens, yeah. So a game that went to overtime at 2-2. The penalty costs the Jets, and then a perfect pass from Stiles to Gage Behrens' stick to the back of the net. The shot that Stiles was looking for earlier and was frustrated he couldn't finish on, he makes him pay in overtime. That's what the extra skater does when you get penalties.